Hello, Aquarius. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2021 to start off this new year. And I do want to remind you to head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your personal situation. And if you haven't yet, please do remember to hit that subscribe button as well as that little bell. And I meditated on your energy overall for the subject, of course, before beginning this reading. And the message that came through was fresh start towards abundance. Fresh start towards abundance. Love it. So let's get started. First, we're going to do some shuffling so we can pull a couple messages from the Energy Oracle deck. And while I shuffle, if you are brand new to this lovely channel, first and foremost, welcome. And also it is good to be aware that when I shuffle on this channel, I do typically pull a flyer or jumper cards. And when guided to, I pull from the bottom or the top of the deck. And this is a general reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So do what you can to apply it to your particular situation and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And even when this resonates, make sure to check out the readings for your moon and rising sign as well, not just your sun sign, because, you know, there could be potentially some messages waiting for you in the other two readings. All right, so what do we have for the sign of Aquarius to begin this lovely monthly money and career read for January 2021? Thank you, Spirit. Keep them coming. That's good. Ooh. Love it. And victory at the bottom of the deck. Absolutely, my friend. You have nothing but victory ahead of you, you know, as you step into this fresh start, like the overall message talks about. Beautiful. Good start. And then we have Healer of the Ages. Some of you Aquarians out there don't even fully realize it, but you are destined in this lifetime to help other people through your work. Some of you fully realize that, but it just feels like even through your work, in your work environment, you somehow with your energy heal other people, or once again, your work directly does just that. Love it. And then we have Angel of Balance. And so it feels like for a while now, my friend, you've been desiring and longing for a new sense of balance in your work life, in your career in itself. And maybe even sort of in comparison to the other areas of your life, you know, sort of gaining a bit more balance when it comes to your work life compared to your home life and your soul connections. And you know what I mean? When you're breaking down the areas of your life. But it does feel like you will do what you need to establish this balance moving into the new year. And then we have financial constraints. So it does feel like you have some financial goals you're looking to complete moving into the new year, and you kind of want them to be completed a bit quicker. And so it does feel like you may face a financial constraint or two, or may feel like this sense of lack where at times in January where you just simply want more. You just kind of want to wipe away a certain amount of debt, or you sort of want to just check off these goals from your list quicker. Try not to let this get into your head. Because once again, you have victory ahead of you, and we have walking away. And as you sort of step into this fresh start, my friend, again, heading towards abundance and victory, you are needing to, or inevitably walking away from a situation that has been working for a while. But you have to make that decision at the end of the day that you deserve more, that you deserve this sense of abundance, that you deserve this balance, this victory, this financial comfort, if you will. Let's continue by doing some shuffling so we can pull 6 tarot cards. A simple 6-card spread, if you will. And I feel like at times, my friend, you get kind of fed up with some of the tests and trials that the universe puts you through, with some of the struggles and obstacles you have to overcome when it comes to your career and your finances. But you're being advised at this time to sort of let that go and embrace the abundance that you have to look forward to. Alrighty, Spirit, what do we have to continue this monthly money and career read for Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. I got quite somber as I had just said all of that. It feels like I just hit a soft spot for some of you. Okay. Keep them coming for our lovely Aquarians. Yep, see, that's a very somber way for that to come out. We're going to pull the last three from the top of the deck. All right. So we're starting off the month with the Two of Swords. So you're starting off the month and the new year simply feeling like you don't have all the answers, feeling kind of blinded to what you're stepping into, even though you are being told very clearly through this reading that you were guided to, that there's abundance ahead of you. They have nothing to worry about. But it does concern you at the end of the day because you are you're a very smart sign, Aquarius, and people don't give you credit at the end of the day for that a lot of the times. But it feels like you may simply be overthinking it at this time. Put aside the need for clarity temporarily so that you can simply trust the process and step forward with the utmost confidence. It'll make the difference. It'll make a huge difference. And it's side by side with this, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is side by side with this victory card. And once again, you are stepping towards this victory, towards this abundance, but it feels like once again you're doing it with this blindfold on, which makes you truly uncomfortable. But once you put aside that need for all that clarity, you will succeed, my friend. Seven of Pentacles to move right along. So you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month and you decide, you know what, I'm going to keep watering my financial harvest. Whatever it is, a business, a project, a job, however it pertains to your particular situation, you decide, you know, I'm just going to water this. Sort of doing what you think is best to set a foundation for the future. One that can't be knocked down, or at least you think so. Interesting. But it does feel like as you're making your way through this first half of the month and you're sort of just trying to take your mind off of the fact that you don't have all that clarity, all those answers you want about your future and your path, you try to distract yourself almost, or just simply put your efforts towards something productive, being your financial harvest, whatever form that's coming in once again. But then it leaves you to wrapping up the first half of the month feeling a bit anxious. You have the Page of Wands, which I do call the anxiety or the anxious card. And so you're just feeling a little bit on edge, a little bit stressed about your future. Once again, sort of not knowing, or I feel like it's not that you don't know, it's just that you can't see Spirit in the universe's plan for you in full, laid out in front of you just yet. But again, you need to have that trust. You need to meditate at this point in the month. So when the first half starts to wrap up, meditate, my friend. It'll help you with this anxiety. Walk in nature if you can. It just feels like you need to find a productive way to get out some excess energy at this point, because you don't want things to sort of affect your mindset moving forward. Once again, we need you feeling confident and in charge. We're starting the second half of the month spread with the Three of Wands. So you start the second half of the month thinking about your future, maybe longing for more, thinking about your ideal situation potentially. Spirit in the universe coming through, trying to uplift you a bit, maybe even re-spark that sort of passion for something you've been working on or for your future in general. Reminding you that you have a lot to look forward to. And when you are kind of put in this spot where you're thinking about the future and what you have to look forward to and sort of what needs to be adjusted moving forward, being side by side with this walking away card, you are being reminded there are situations you still need to walk away from in order to take full advantage of this fresh start, this next chapter you're stepping into. For a lot of you, it's a job. For some of you, it's somebody who burdens you or holds you back or makes it harder for you to appreciate such a beautiful opportunity or future that you have ahead of you. Being aligned with the Two of Swords, I truly feel like this is, again, one of those moments where you're thinking about how you don't have all those answers, how you feel like you're kind of proceeding forward with a blindfold on. But it's almost like something happens at this point in the month, maybe even a little spark of success or a reminder of why everything's happening. But it leaves you feeling kind of like that blindfold is slowly being removed by the universe, by spirit. Even if your vision's a little foggy right off the bat, you sort of kind of feel like that's happening and you appreciate it nonetheless. Very interesting imagery. We're moving right along to the Death and Rebirth card. So you move on to the middle of the second half of the month and a big change occurs. You know, maybe it is simply you deciding to up and leave that job that's no longer working for you, or simply you deciding to do what's right for you at the end of the day, being aligned with the Seven of Pentacles, putting your efforts towards something you feel might be more lucrative, that might be more fruitful or beneficial for you at the end of the day. Maybe starting a side business. You know, it feels like you sort of changing and letting go of, once again, an old way of being, an old struggle kind of way of approaching your career and your finances, and embracing a new way of being, a new successful chapter, abundant chapter, remember? We're finishing off the month in the spread with the Chariot. You finish off the month deciding, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go after what I want. And at this point, it just does feel like towards the end, you decide to go after a new project or new business, or maybe applying to new jobs that are better suited or more fulfilling potentially for you. But doing so to achieve a new sense of balance once again, which we were talking about. Being aligned with the Page of Wands, definitely thinking about a job or a career or, you know, some situation moving forward that will sort of set you up to have less anxiety, to set you up where you don't stress about the future as much. Feeling very motivated to achieve all of which, while once again letting go of old habits and ways of being and an old struggling kind of chapter. Let's continue by pulling a couple of messages from the Soul's Journey deck. What do we have to continue this money and career read for January 2021 for Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? Got a lot. Loneliness. Actually, we're going to do relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Yep. It does feel like you are reevaluating certain people in your life moving forward in relation to your finances, in your job, your career. Sort of asking yourself how they affect those two categories, whether it's positively or negatively, and adjusting from there. In loneliness, I know that I am never alone, because at times when you're making those kind of adjustments and you're focusing on your career and your personal individual success, it can get lonely at times. But you always got spirit. You always got your guides at your side, my friend, in a non-creepy way. And then we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Absolutely. Accepting that at the end of the day, your well-being, you feeling good about this fresh start, you feeling abundant is your responsibility. I mean, your guides in the universe will always assist, but you kind of not blaming other people or situations from the past and sort of taking that responsibility, being very mature about it. And then we have change. Actually, service. I feel good when I can help others. Absolutely. You sort of realizing that moving forward, you like to help other people. We were talking about that with the Healer of the Ages. So for some of you, you might decide to look towards a job or move towards a job that helps other people more. That is more fulfilling once again. For some of you, you might sort of remind yourself of all of which and kind of revamp that passion for a job you've been working. And then change, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Absolutely, my friends. This is something you've been having to accept recently, right? Especially towards the end of 2020. But as you step into this fresh start, this fresh chapter, accept that change is beautiful and it brings nothing but abundance and success, at least in your case. Let's finish this off by pulling a couple messages from the Starseeds deck. the small deck to finish off Aquarius's reading. Thank you, Spirit. For money and career, of course. I think we got one more. There we go. Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Yes, my friend. When you're stressing about the future at times, when you're getting kind of anxious, just remind yourself to be patient. Everything will unravel as it should. And then we have creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. Yes, my friend. I feel like you're getting more in touch with your creative, unique, individual self on a soul level. And then on a beautiful final note, courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. And with that said and done, once again, don't forget to head on down below and like this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know about your personal situation. I hope this reading was truly helpful. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me. And I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.